is one game at a time. You know, you can't look too far ahead on your schedule. You can't look ahead. Every game in the SEC is a dogfight.
Every game is a challenge.
All I care about is having great energy and enthusiasm to start the game. 1, 2, 3, Gators, go!
I enjoy away games. I like being the villain and stuff like that, going in and away games and people doing.
Brown, angle left three, good! A pair of threes now for Isaiah Brown.
You know, this league's known for its physicality. Refs don't call as much fouls. You know, little ticky-tack stuff down below doesn't get called, so.
You know, every game is a tough game. You know, you don't go into any game in the SEC thinking that you're gonna, have a blowout win.
Shoots and drills the three. Kicks it quarter right. Brown for three. He's got another one.
Every team is like really talented and it's super physical.
Shoots, got it, and one. Chop this one up for the Gators. Florida 86, Georgia 66.
We're at the point, right, where we have a very high expectation for this group, all right, we're every night. So credit to you guys, all right, because we're putting more pressure on you guys to be better, all right, to achieve more, and you guys are accepting that, not running from it, and going out and doing it. I want to give credit to the scout team. Everybody don't have a sexy role, but it's important that you be a star in your role. Everybody got to sacrifice for this team to win. I think that helped us get that W tonight. We got to get back and get ready for Saturday, all right?
I think the key thing with this staff and the way that they go about their practices is they're very in tune, not just in what lies ahead, but where they are on the schedule.
Let's get it. Hey, man, let's go. Let's go. Word.
Normally you'll take the first day to kind of work on like skills and like the stuff that like we weren't doing too well the game before. But as soon as that day's over, you turn the page and it's on to the next game.
Just having that, we need to get our body sharpened and prepared.
Preparing your body to stay strong and stay fit and in shape, it all matters when it comes to game time.
Coaches do a good job of making sure we get our recovery in.
The turnaround from game to game is really quick.
Let's get right, man. We need a great day. Man, we're so locked in. Let's go, man. Light, just a little touch up, little touch up, little touch up. Lock in, yo, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
When you go to a Todd Golden practice, you find it to be very efficient, very intense, a high pace to it, to continue to raise the basketball IQ of this team.
Usually you have about 2 or 3 days to prepare for the next opponent, so you have to have a quick turnaround and focus on whatever team that you're playing against.
I describe myself, like a youth player, very energetic. When the crowd gets going, I get going. Very, very good guy, good kid, very respectful, and just wants to win. During practice, I'm focused on being physical and, just trying to be disruptive and play with tension on defense. That's one thing they try to, especially when I first got here, just try to instill in me, and I'm starting to get it, just being physical, every play hard every play. And in practice is really what I try to focus on. Oh yeah, Torian, he's definitely relatable. Torian played for my high school, so that's how I got to know him really well. He's definitely been a mentor for me, teaching me what he has learned throughout his college career, his pro career. Definitely being someone you can relate to. And so he's just been that's just somebody, you can lean on a program. Not every program has that, so that's a big thing to have. And obviously, so grateful to have him on the staff.
Well, just from the standpoint of being a Gator, I think Torian's ability to impact player development is enhanced with the fact that he knows what it's like to be on this campus. He knows what the challenges are academically of this institution, its fan base, and its quirks. So there's an instant kind of, I trust you.
TG has taught me the ways of being a point guard, being mentally strong. Harmon has taught me how to just like compete every play and just being hard-nosed and being tough. The guys that we bring in, the guys that we play with and practice with every day, tough. Everybody's tough.
It's one of my favorite things about this job, and especially when it comes to watching an incoming freshman, because I get to see day one of their journey, their process. You know, the hope is that you go from day one until you see them in their college career.
You know, coming to the Gators, there's no being casual. You can't be casual. You got to be tough and you got to be physical every day. Even if that's your brother and you want to go to battle with them, you'll practice hard and be physical and make them better. Being the first to go to a Division I college in my family, so you know all the hard work I put in to be here, you know, paying off because you know just to have that last name on the back of the jersey means a lot to me, and the fact that I'm here and have the opportunity to be here is amazing. I'm from Florida. I'm a Florida boy, so I've been here my whole life. And I just wanted, if there was any school, I wanted to be a Gator. So it was just a no-brainer for me. It's lived up to everything I thought it would be. You know, a really good program, a really good fan base, really good supporters. It's just everything I thought it would be, and even more.
When I sit down to call a Florida-Kentucky game, it's as big a game as I'll call all year long.
When you played, did you consider them a rival?
Oh, for sure.
Leaves it for Horford.
When the SEC was not a quote-unquote basketball conference, so you had Kentucky, who had seemingly, because of their geographic location, because of their fan base and their desire to kind of get all in on the Midwest basketball feel, they carried the conference banner for a long time.
Obviously, you know, one of the most storied programs in the SEC. You know, they have a lot of great history.
Anybody who wanted to get into that air to maybe grab the flag away from Kentucky has had to measure themselves against the Wildcats. One has always had some say in the other's overall success, not just in the conference, but maybe even for a national championship.
When I came, you know, to the University of Florida, you know, with my class, you know, with Corey, Al, and Joakim, you know, we kind of made it, you know, an emphasis to kind of, you know, like we want to beat Kentucky, we want to dominate them while we're here. So, you know, we had those Kentucky games circled on our calendars for sure. You know.
Green pulls up for three. He's big time, Brad. He's big time.
Torian says, I torched them for 29 when they came to our place because I didn't want Kentucky to come in here and feel like they could win on our floor.
Green, great drive.
There are certain opponents where you remember what the weather was like outside, what uniform you were wearing, were your socks up or down that day, what did the arena smell like, how many points did I score against Kentucky. Torian's not only allowed, but encouraged to share those experiences with them.
Oh yeah, I remember that game like it was yesterday. You know, it was just a great atmosphere in the Old Dome.
Welcome to Gainesville, Kentucky.
I think Al and Joakim set a lot of ball screens on Rajon Rondo, so it freed me up for either a three-pointer or I would hit Joakim in a short roll and he would go make the
That's an important matchup right there. And Torian Green says you better get a little closer.
We took those games personal.
When you were able to have that in the room with the guys who are trying to do the same types of things, it's of great benefit.
I think our staff does a great job of letting guys know, like, you know, this is a rivalry game, so let's be locked in.
I'm always wanting to quickly remind them that in this century, they've won one national championship, and Florida has now 3.
Present day and, you know, in the 2000s, like, you know, I feel like our tradition is right there with them. Again, we still look at them as one of our biggest rivals, so, you know, it's always fun to play against them. Everybody should be juiced.
Back home for the Gators. riding that 4-game win streak that has them in first place.
We have been playing lights out, Sean. I think we've been playing better than anyone in the country.
Our front line's got to really dominate these guys tonight, all right? Take care of business tonight, all right?
So lock in. This energy's going to be awesome. We need to stay locked in for 40.
Last couple weeks, man, we've allowed our defense to turn us into one of the best teams in America. It has to be that way on our home floor, all right? You guys have earned the right to play in front of a great crowd, all right? You got a lot of Gator greats back here watching you guys. This should be an opportunity of a lifetime. Gators on 3, 1, 2, 3, Gators!
A heavyweight matchup this afternoon. Both teams rolling in here with some momentum. Kentucky's won 3 straight, 8 of their last 9, nipping on the heels of the Gators. But it's the Gators who come home after a road trip and won 4 straight, 9 of the last 10. Let's do this. Welcome back, everybody. Greetings from the O-Dome, where this afternoon it's a battle at first place in the Southeastern Conference. Lee, wide open 3-wing left. Good. That's how this one starts. Land goes backdoor lob to the rim and an alley-oop dunk. He wrestles it out to Klobuchar for 3. Good off the left wing. Send it back into the post. Go block the block. Up to Chingaloo, who hammers a 2-hand dunk. I mean, trying to pull the rim to the floor.
Again, it's all about defensive rebound. Let's get some transition. Let's open this game up.
Let's go.
All about us, baby. Let's go. Gators on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Screen to the nail. Flips a wing left or out. Drives, dishes. Off the rim. Alley-oop dunk finished by Micah Hanlock. Lee pauses elbow left. Back it out. They swing it. Irby for 3 off the catch. Bang. Got it.
Great job. Let's go. And now, bro. And now, on the top off this one. All right?
Irvine at the top of the arc. They let him loose. 3 ball. Good off the dribble. Klobuchar's 5th. That'll do it. Chop this one up for the Gators.
This team has been at its best when we're living in the now and focusing on getting better every day and not worrying about anything but that next game. And today was Kentucky, and on Tuesday it's going to be South Carolina.
Gators on 3, 1, 2, 3. Gators, let's go.